Here we are, Facebook Live, and it is about 2 o'clock on Thursday afternoon. The Beard versus Hair Challenge. I'd like to thank Ron Graham for putting his beard up against my friends who supported Ron. But ultimately, we raised over $9,500 for that. It is worth the shave, so I'm told. We're looking forward to a summer of looking for charity and have a lot of fun doing it. By the way, the money goes towards our mentorship programs. In a time like this, more than ever, we need the funding to help support our one-to-one mentorships. There's always a need. We're always looking for volunteers, so keep that in mind as well. Without further ado, I'd like to thank also George Lewis for taking it easy on me, making sure my eyebrows don't get mixed up. And
That's not a bad idea.
On the camera, my daughter Julia is going to do the first buzz, and she's going to go right down the middle, so there'll be no turning back. Remember, 15-year-old daughter. And I got to take her home too. Ready to go? You ready to? Yeah. All right.
Start in the middle, just be the sides at the back. That way we'll know what he looks like if ever he gets into Parliament.
Okay.
All right.
I'm ready.
We're not old time barber shop today. We're cuts and knuckles. Like this. Okay? Yeah. Don't be afraid to
Press hard.
make landing. Right there. Yeah, right there. Come across. There you go, honey. All the way towards you. You can go wherever you want.
Pretty much stuck to it now, aren't I?
This is your chance. Remember that time you want to let you go with your friends that Friday night there?
She's having too much fun doing this. You enjoy it?
You might have a barber in the family. Take that big chunk off in the front there. Yeah, take that big chunk off. Yeah. Yeah.
I can feel a lot breezier now.
Don't go out without sunscreen.
Please finish, George.
Just leave it like that.
That looks huge.
My nickname in high school was Moonhead.
It's gonna be a full moon tonight.
I'm going to look like Stewie from Family Guy. That's okay. And I'll try and take over the world too with my dog.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, George is pretty quick with it.
Yeah.
That's going way too easily. Mr. Clean ain't going to have anything on me. You can't see it, but I'm guessing George is smiling pretty heavily. Do I look like Billy Ray Cyrus?
Justin, you watching this? Justin, where's the funding for boxing that you promised me?
It's going a lot quicker than a normal one.
No, that's fast.
I can feel the thick Well, I won't have any more gray hair.
For a little while.
It will grow back, right, George?
It will grow back, but it'll come grayer though when you do.
You might want to keep it off, though.
Says the guy who doesn't have.
You might like it.
Nice and cool during this heat warning.
Yeah.
Feel a breeze actually.
Actually, you picked a good day for this.
Well, the birds will have lots of nesting material.
For the record, the first person compares me to Dan Allaire, we will have words. Because I am keeping the beard for now. I have to have some hair on my head somewhere. Other than my eyebrows.
Oh, don't forget the eyebrows.
Yeah.
Come on, David's for charity.
Yeah.
Get some more banners.
No, we're good right now. We're fine.
Yeah. Anyway,
Do it. You get more money, they will do it.
That's gonna.
How much for eyebrows?
We raise another $5,000. I'll shave my eyebrows. If we start getting dinged for $1,000 donations, I don't know where they're coming from. That was 3 months of growth here, because the day before the shutdown, I went to see George for a haircut and we shut down. So we started this, and that's 3 months of growth.
Wow.
So I have a good feeling it'll come back quickly enough, I hope.
Oh, well, Tom's hair is already all back.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. Well, yeah, and I like it short normally anyway, so. One on the side, taller on top, George knows. It'll be just in time for golf, for our golf tournament in 2 weeks. We'll have 160 people come out and get to see the hair.
these guys get a back view. Oh my God!
Friends like you, Ron. What's it look like, Julie?
Oh, he's getting right down there now. Look at that thing go. Right to the wood.
It's gonna be a full moon tonight.
What do you think? When you get that bowl of water, hot water that's in the sink, make sure it's nice and hot, okay?
Yeah, you're gonna pull out the razor.
This is where you gotta be real nice to him after.
I want to thank Seaway News and Corner for you guys. Good local media. Thanks for following on Facebook all this.
Just the middle. Scared him.
Trying to make it be a good looking ball.
Make sure you have 2 eyebrows.
Yeah. A lot of little nicks and crannies in that.
Could you tell by my eyes that I got a little nervous there? Oh, you'll see some scars. There's one of our volunteers.
Big
coming to
melon, I
watch.
think Ron should go as well.
To shave beards. I don't know how we would have done that. Eh? I have to.
That deck was stacked against me from day one.
Oh, me too.
Oh my goodness. Wow, it's a lot of white.
Yeah, it's whiter up there now.
It's thick too. Oh, do we have anything to reduce the glare off things? Because I'm sure there will be one.
Good thing it's not sunny. It's white.
It's white. Oh, I bet it is.
It's gonna get whiter though.
Oh yeah, it's right.
Oh, that's the best part.
How long have you been waiting to do this to me, George?
I never expected to do this to you.
It's not something he dreams about regularly.
Plus, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of training. The problem is, I used to know the measurements of my forehead. Now, with no hairline, I won't.
Fit a map of Cornwall at the back.
Anybody want to know their bus route?
Got to be a good sport for doing this.
Are you putting it on Snapchat?
I'll tell my friends about it though.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I'm sure the comments are interesting. We'll see them later. Blake, are you waiting in line? You going to do this next?
No.
Darcy, one of our board members, are you up for this?
I'm just about there anyway. So.
Yeah, there wouldn't be much to take up.
RBC Cup. Ian McInnes did it. Andre Palmier did it, and it was interesting. And George was the stylist back then too. I remember that very well.
I don't think they did the razor though.
No, they just
Did
went
the
brush.
clippers.
I figure what the hey, start from scratch, replant the seeds. Hopefully the seeds don't all come out white.
Hard to get that towel wrapped around that head.
Yeah, your towel's not big enough.
He's got a beach towel.
It's a beach towel.
We can't laugh at ourselves.
Yeah, what can you laugh at? Oh boy.
Oh, it's a nice day for this. Oh, it is actually not bad. The sun's not beating down. There's no rain. Yep.
Oh, straight.
Just feeling some mild discomfort there, Dave.
Yeah.
Not yet. First person to Benny Hill tap my head, we will have words. Anybody that's in it.
Careful, he's got.
Holding the razor.
Yeah, be
that'd
nice.
Except for George. Anybody Benny Hill taps my head will have words. For the younger audience, Benny Hill was a comedian from the 70s and 80s who had a television show, and there was a bald, and he'd always tap his head on the show, and it was funny. Being Benny Hill today.
There's English comedy. It was good.
It feels good, George. You want to keep massaging?
Yeah.
Wait, that would make me Elmer Fudd. I like that one. Now I got to be really nice.
Yep.
Andre Pommier, this one's for you, buddy. Tom Racine, thank you. I got the courage from this from watching your video.
Oh boy.
And unlike you, I don't trust my family to do this to me because they would have kept it professional. I like George a lot. He's my Well, we have a wait list for one-to-one matches.
Yeah.
That continues. We have between 70 and 80 matches at any given time, but the waiting list is double that. To find matches, that's where we need the volunteers as well. But of course, it takes time, and there is a cost to that as well because you have to have a facilitator, a caseworker, and in this tough time with COVID, it's a little tougher to recruit. But at the same time, we are continuing with volunteers who like the match program. Ron is a great poster boy for that. We've talked about that. He's one of our first matches in this agency in 1973, and he's a lifelong relationship. He became a little brother as well, who's now an adult who has children. And we do find that once you understand what the agency does and the benefits of the mentorship programs that we have, that's just one program, by the way.
Yeah.
But all of the different programming. It empowers the youth that wouldn't necessarily have that ability or have that knowledge that they can accomplish the things that they end up doing. And we have a couple of big brothers here in Darcy and Blake as well, and they see the benefits of that. Recognize Edith Sturgeon. She had 8 matches in those 35 years. Right? Darcy's on a handful. Blake's on his a few go-rounds as well.
For Blake?
3 for Blake.
Yeah.
And again, it's to hear their stories, because I haven't had a little match, but to hear their stories, they talk about the friendships that they built as their bigs get older, or their littles get older, and become adults.
And we're all set up now to do the screening. If you want to be a volunteer, it's all done through emails and virtual, and all the meetings are done like that too now.
So you said 70, 80 matches you do, or those?
Match total, they vary because some
Yeah.
get close, some open up, but we're between 70 and 80 at any given time.
Right, yeah.
But there's over 100 more that are still waiting
Right.
to be matched,
Right.
boys and girls.
Right. And that's what you're using this money for, is to be able to use the resources to get more matches.
Yeah.
Yeah. We serve over 200 kids in our in-school programs too. but that's kind of going to affect us too. So we're looking at virtual in-school mentoring programs. So.
In the ever-evolving world of COVID, we have to
Yeah.
find creative ways to do still need that connection at some point. And a lot of times too, our programs offer opportunities that the kids wouldn't otherwise receive because of their mentors, their bigs. And by bigs, it doesn't mean they have to have a big head to join. What? I don't feel any drip. Did you sharpen those? Ron tells me he's got some cream that'll help.
Yeah.
I think it's fake, but you feel a breeze though. My hat size probably just shrunk about an inch.
Anybody agree with that?
For either one of you, we found because early on in Cold Rule, and obviously bigs and littles are not your existing matches that were, struggling or having.
We did virtual matching. We had computers through United Way and the Social Development Council for people that didn't have computers and iPads, and so we connected everybody digitally, 10 feet apart with their kids, like at the end of the driveway, and visiting that way. But it was tough on a match. Big brother, big sister, but couldn't, So they struggled too, and all this, and it's tough. They're in the house with all their siblings and family, and can't see their friends. So it's been tough on everybody, and especially the kids. Yeah.
But I think we've turned a corner with that, right? Because
Yeah.
we have opened up the numbers, the social circles are bigger, and there are unique ways to get involved virtual. You can do the video conference. It's better than not having any communication.
Yeah.
So United Way's been helpful with us, very helpful, and community agencies as well.
We served a bunch of families through the Social Development Council and the United Way. The food baskets last week were out there.
Just go left, that's later.
I just hope I don't have a smile on the back of my head. That's all I'm hoping.
You really don't know what he left back there.
You always have hope. As long as you don't give up, you always have hope.
Yep. Start sticking quarters in the back of my head, we'll have words.
Who's got a lot of words?
It's a restrictive world right now. Although I will say, people was out at a corner store yesterday, and I got a thumbs up as I was leaving from somewhere else. It actually felt pretty good, right? People were aware that it was going on, and which is fantastic. And it's about the agency, right? It's about raising awareness for what we do, and we do whatever we can to raise that awareness, obviously. The good thing about Ron, he's a good sport as well. And Ron and I, our limits, we haven't discovered them yet, so who knows what else we're going to come up with. Now I know what Elvis felt like when he joined the Army.
That's a big head.
Get a small extra that. Don't sing.
What? Oh, you saw the video on Father's Day?
Do not sing, please.
Hey, Julia. But I like my broccoli. No, it was a nice Father's Day gift. Julia learned that song just for me for Father's Day. And she's talented because she played within my limits.
Hey, you look like Daniel there now.
We're both going to be offended. riding a motorcycle, eating more bacon,
Drinking scotch.
and drinking scotch. No, that's not happening. For a long time, he was very supportive. We kind of laughed about some of the things that we do for fundraisers and some of the things he's done with his comedy for us as well, with his brothers. The Cornwall Comedy Troupe. They've been very good to us as well. I've always said the city's got a lot of talent. Sometimes we don't realize how much talent we have. And really inventive too. Beyond 21's done some great work, Way's done some great work, Gape's done some, like all the community agencies that are involved, you have to think outside the box. I mean, a lot of them are. And we also communicate with each other on a regular basis. I will say this, I do miss my champs boxing sessions though. Well, I like the training. I'm not going to fight again. We were sorry?
Maintenance mode?
Pretty much maintenance, yeah. It's a great workout if you've never done it. You guys got to try this sometime. It's an amazing workout. You got to listen to the instructor. Actually, it's to your benefit when you do. And the group at the club, they're very supportive of each other, which is fantastic.
Yeah, just saying that because it's on the street.
No, our members are very supportive of each other. It's about respect. It's the thing you always get when you're trying to accomplish. Well, because through their Boxing for Change over the last few years, we were able to benefit of Big Brothers last year because of it. They had a plan for this year, and I was going to have a third go at it, but of course COVID hit, so that changed everything. And by the time we get out of this, I'll be too old to keep going. So we're going to have to look for new community challengers. It's within your weight class, guys.
Yeah, media division.
What about your opponents? Self-confidence. Boxing is properly is like that. And boxing is really like that. And I've gotten through that. I've been fortunate enough, thanks to George as well, got to meet some of my childhood heroes. Barry Holmes, Gary Cooney, especially those two. And they love coming to Cornwall. They like coming back, even if it's not for boxing things, just because they enjoyed their time here. Well, exactly. George Chavala was another one. We got to meet. Sean O'Sullivan hosted the Sports Awards one year, thanks to George. Great storytellers, and they all have great stories to tell. Is it that bad?
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
Squinting.
If I say you like to dark and like
Might be thinking.
Out there.
Good.
That was the move.
when you look at it, it looks like a giant capital.
Hey, Dave, want me to finish? Want me to finish this, Dave, and we'll take some pictures?
Yep. So everybody that watched on Facebook Live, thank you very much. Thanks to everyone for the donations for this. Even if you donated to Ron, I still like you. But thank you. We raised some good money for Big Brothers and Big Sisters, and we always are thankful for the support. And you can keep contributing. Feel free to come on in. Who knows fundraisers we have coming. And thank you for your continued support.